Hey, what's up, guys? Hey guys, this is a little different than what we're used to here. We're out here in Fort Worth, Texas. Keisha and I are on a little lovers retreat. She bought me tickets to the Alan Jackson tour. I forgot my tripod, so I had to use this tree here in the back of our Airbnb, which also happens to be a little RV. Hey Keish, you wanna come out here? Oh, good Lord. Are you excited for Alan Jackson?
More than a hoochie coochie.
And then tomorrow we're gonna head back, and then I'm gonna try to start up on the sandbox again.
A little bucket there.
I think all the parts for the lights for the corner market signs should be there by the time we get home. Hopefully, then we can get those things wrapped up and start getting ready for concrete in the backyard. And then we'll be rocking and rolling. So, all right, let's go get our boots on.
What was your favorite part?
The free Baja Blast at the end. They're giving out free Baja Blast.
We're back. As you can see, I'm already a little dirty. We got back from the Alan Jackson concert today at about 7 p.m. And I walked through the front door, went straight to the back door, got outside, and started working on our little sandbox. We got Keisha's dad coming here Wednesday. We're gonna start laying up forms for the concrete guys to come and pour all the concrete. That's a big step. That's up next. But I got a shorter week there because we have a photo shoot. I'll show you what that looks like. I got the sandbox going. I told you I was gonna go a little more in depth on that. Keisha also told me that everyone's probably sick of seeing block. I'm sick of seeing block too. I'm so done seeing block. I've seen way more block than you. But we're almost done, and this is real life, and I'm not gonna pretend like this isn't what I got going on right now. I'm doing what's called wet setting, and my footer is really simple. The ground here in Arizona is rock hard, so I dug it about a shovel width wide, which is about 2-ish inches wider than my block. So then I just threw concrete in that little ditch that I dug, and almost just like laying block and mortar, you know, I kind of settled it in a little bit, gave it a little wiggle so it kind of bit into the concrete, and then I used my level to make sure that it was level in all directions, and then use a longer level to make sure like the surfaces were kind of flush amongst each other. Each block was kind of flush and in line with the other. I did use a line for my first course in the front because I knew I wanted that to be kind of perfect as a good starting point, but the sandbox is only a few blocks in each direction, so like I was able to kind of cheat it and use the level, and I'm only going up 2, maybe 3 courses max, and the odds of that looking totally f***ed up is not really a big concern of mine. So, okay. So I have my first course done. It's set in concrete. It's not going anywhere. What's the next part? The next part is building up the corners. The corners are kind of like what you're gonna draw your string across. I'll show that in a second. But as you're building up, you wanna be careful, make sure everything's nice and square, using different size levels. Obviously, we're only going up a couple blocks here, a couple courses. So a smaller level will do fine here, but when you're building up anything higher, you kind of want to take your time, make sure it's nice and straight, it's level. And we're trying to build it up 3/8 of an inch high. So that's going to be consistent with these gaps here. So going this way, and then we're going to go that way. A little square, speed square. Make sure your insides are nice and square. This is looking sloppy, but you get the idea. You get the idea. But I'm just gonna use these little clamps that I have here for this demonstration, but because I already lost my wood blocks out there somewhere. Let's say I was building a taller wall. When I draw my string, I'd wanna make sure that I am plumb with the blocks below it. Otherwise, you're gonna have a creepy crawly wall. And then from there, when you put your mortar on, boom, 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 you're gonna set your block up to that, go a little bit higher so you can, as you're leveling it, it goes down and it meets that line perfectly. That's what you want. But one other thing I didn't mention is these block caps that go on top of the wall. I had a hell of a time doing these on the other wall. I just found it easier. I just lay them like normal block, but I leave the joints on the top open, and then I come back with a grout bag, and then I would just fill it in, and then that made it really easy for me to take the striker and do the whole deal with the pointing. So yeah, so that's how I built the sandbox. You might be saying to yourself, man, that might be overkill for a sandbox. The big plan though is whenever this is retired as a sandbox, we can easily plant a tree in there or some herbs or chili peppers or something. I don't know what else you can grow out here in Arizona. Okay, and the last time we met, I showed you guys my super cool idea for a light for the corner market sign. This is it. I picked it up when I went to go get sand for the sandbox. And it's basically perfect. It looks like it was made to be a lampshade. Very long, it's 10 feet long. It's like powder coated aluminum or something. It's like exactly what I was hoping for. But I put some lights in there and I tried it on top. I tried it from the bottom. Tried some different scenarios. And on a whim, I just wrapped the rope lights around the back of the sign. And wouldn't you know it, it looked way better than anything I had planned. So as clever as I thought I was coming up with this really cool idea, sometimes the best solutions are the simplest. So we're gonna return this and we're gonna ditch that idea because I have some downlighting from the light outside of the shop here. That's really cool, it's lighting the door surface. And what I really like about the rope lights is it kind of lights up the whole wall behind it. And I just really like that texture, being able to see the block. I think it looks way better than just lighting the sign. So that's kind of cool. And I get some money back. I think this was like $100. So yeah, you never know. So all in, lighting the sign, I'm in like 50 something dollars. Okay, so that's that for the sandbox. You might have noticed there's a little bit of concrete around the sides there. We are way ahead of what you saw in this last video. But the next video, I'm gonna catch you all up on how all the little spaces around the shop in the backyard are coming together. We've got all the concrete done. In bigger news, I wanna share that in my last videos, you remember me talking about how my car didn't run, my truck didn't run, and how I was hauling bags in an 07 Kia Sorento. Well, I finally got it running. Truck is running. That was huge. I was able to clear out all the garbage in my backyard, which was piling up and stressing me out. Yeah, I thought it was a fuel pump, and I went through the I'm not a car guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this with confidence. I have the internet, and I got some tools. So I dropped the fuel tank a little bit so I could get to the fuel pump, and it was like 4 hours of trying to reach stuff in the dark. I didn't know what I was doing. I found 2 golf balls stuck on the underside of my truck bed, which was bizarre. Anyway, went through all that effort. Truck still didn't start, but lo and behold, it was a $10 fuel relay that was hidden underneath the steering column. And nowhere had I read about this except for one guy, one stranger from 2017 that called this out and saved my butt. So, stranger from 2017, thank you. Ho, 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 ho. Anyway, yeah, subscribe. We've got some exciting updates, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Where's the beat? Look for turkey tail on the mushroom stump. I got my knife and sack, gonna harvest a bunch. Mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump, mushroom on the stump.